happen.
I mean, I asked you the same question. Do you care? Do black men care? Because they seem to be falling right in line. Yeah, so do you guys care? I mean, that's just an honest question. Do you guys care enough to walk away from women and not sleep with them? Do you guys care enough to not like a picture that's inappropriate? Mm-hmm. Do you guys care enough to not jump in inboxes when girls or thirsty women are out there showing photos of themselves? I mean, do you care that much, or are you guys more into low hanging fruit?
Right. Like, legit, there was a guy in the hallway of the hotel, was that yesterday? Yesterday, that was making, ring light, cameras, he was making an entire rap video.
Thank you.
Grown man.
Not even him really rapping. He was just lip syncing.
He was lip syncing. He was making a whole rap. This is where we're at.
Just complete image.
The staff had to get him out quick. But I'm like, what?
And he wasn't even embarrassed.
What are you doing? He's over here with ring lights and cameras and rapping.
And some dumb girl is over here giving him a brown paper bag, and she's got a bonnet on her head. I'm like, this is okay. You know what I mean?
How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I completely forgot to tell you last week that we weren't going to be recording, and I didn't make a.
Oh, you didn't make a.
I didn't make a thing. Yeah, sorry guys, I spaced it. Mm-hmm. But we are probably not going to be recording next week either because we have some stuff we have to do. I'm telling you now because I know I probably will forget again. But yeah, sorry about that. But we're back. So we have a couple of emails. Thank you guys for sending us emails and DMs with topic ideas and videos because it's helpful. It's helpful, to see what you guys are interested in. But Andre wrote to us and he says he had another topic. He had a good topic before too. So thank you, Andre. He says, do black women care about fixing the relationship with black men? So I think as in general, I guess it's meaning in general. So here's the thing when that kind of, I'm not sure if you meant it this way, but it's not really all black women's responsibility to repair, I guess, the relationships between black women and black men. There's simply, we talked about this before, there's simply like a big disconnect with black people in general. So I don't think that responsibility should weigh heavily all on women in that way. Mm-hmm. I think, because Kara and I were talking about leadership, and I think what it is that there has to be a point where I think black men also have to have some kind of leadership, in fixing problems, or putting their weight in there to fix the problem. So I don't know, like y'all know, most of y'all have watched us for a while, and you know that we regularly tell the truth about what's going on with black women. Mm-hmm. And the truth is not pretty. So we're not here, just patting black women on the hand and saying, no, we see a lot of things where we feel like black women are doing to mess up a lot of things, and particularly relationship with black men.
I don't think that I don't think most black women know that there really is a problem. I think that they feel like when you ask questions like that, it's always going to come off as black men are victims and black women are aggressors. Right. Then when a black woman hears that, then she's going to be like, oh, it's because of all men. Right. This is what they do. When you pass off blame and don't look at your own yard, that's when nothing ever gets solved. Right. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of good women that get overlooked by women who are a hot mess because they look fun. Yeah. Right. It's true. And there's a lot of what they call good guys who get overlooked for bad boys. Yeah. Because they look fun. Yeah. Normal guys that black women now think that black men actually like the way women are. Because they're not changing. Right. Yeah. If they really felt like you guys were actually leaving, then they would change. That's just what it is. But in some way, they kind of feel like you're comfortable with it. Yeah. There's black men that kind of embrace, like these types of women, and I think that,
I mean, when you say do black women care about fixing the relationship with black men, some don't. Some have moved. Some black women have moved on to other races. You know, so some don't care about fixing the relationship. But I don't know fixing the relationship. I'm not sure how that's.
I mean, there's no doubt that there's a problem, but there's to me.
Yeah.
But I'm not a feminist, so to me, it's not. For a person like me, you know what I mean? I can see where the issues are on both sides.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a feminist, you know what I mean? But if you're a girl that's a woman that's 35 and under, this is the generation. This is it. This is what they do. You know, your Beyonce's and Cardi B's and Oprah Winfrey's are what women want to be. So, I mean, if you go off, even when I go on Facebook if I haven't been on it for a while, but if I go on Facebook right now, even friends my age, they'll be taking snapshots of themselves, over-sexualizing themselves. They'll be doing that because I think they feel that that's what men really want. They get likes. They get comments. So if they're getting likes and comments, they think you guys like it.
So
they may not have a man.
What's there to fix if everyone's thinking that everything is just fine? Everyone's operating as if it's just fine. We clearly know, we've voiced this, that it's the relationship between the two is not good, right? But that doesn't. I just feel like there needs to be some kind of like individual responsibility here. You know what I mean? Like when you do, black women care about fixing relationships. Some do, some don't. You know, I err on the side of I am a fan of fixing yourself. You know, that's where I come in. I'm a fan of you as a man, black, white, or other, or whatever. Fixing yourself, that way these problems don't happen.
I mean, I asked you the same question. Do you care? Do black men care? Because they seem to be falling right in line. Yeah, so do you guys care? I mean, that's just an honest question. Do you guys care enough to walk away from women and not sleep with them? Do you guys care enough to not like a picture that's inappropriate? Do you guys care enough to not jump in inboxes when thirsty women are out there showing photos of themselves? You know, are you guys willing to not take women to hotels? Are you guys willing to not say, I'm not going to ask this woman out anymore until there is a ladylike presence that goes? I mean, do you care that much, or are you guys more into low hanging fruit?
Right.
Because see, that's where everything starts. This is why I say with us, I can tell you all day what's wrong with us.
Yeah, we have.
And we have. Most of our best, most of our viewers are men. Because women don't really want to hear what we have to say because we're saying something against the narrative. So I have to ask then you guys.
Men.
It can't be just us because it takes two to make a relationship. So I see a lot of men who are into low hanging fruit. They like easy girls. Yeah. They like what they can get. And that's nothing new really. But the truth is now we're in a position where relationships are kind of almost obsolete.
Like it's nothing.
Most people are more into likes and viewings than they are about actual relationships.
Also, they're into like the power couple thing. That whole thing too.
Image means more to people now than actual love and compassion and things that should really matter in a relationship. And that's where image-driven country now. Everything is online. So you know what I mean? People will do anything to get viewed. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Our country has become an online cesspool of people who just want to be seen and be relevant. And unfortunately, relationships take a back seat to that.
Well, I mean, even like fixing, because when you say fix, we have to kind of define what that means there. Because I think that society needs to be fixed. So this isn't really just a black and white. I don't think it's just a black man, black woman issue. I think it's a bigger thing. But since you're specifically talking about that, I get it. But I think that fixing the issue to me starts a lot with people understanding their role. Yeah. And this is why we stress the role part of it, because this is what people don't like. A lot of people don't like to hear that term because it sounds very archaic, right? When you hear people say, "Oh, you need to stick to if people would just be ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't have these issues." It's because people are going off the rails and becoming something different than what they are naturally supposed to be is the reason why we're having so much conflict with each other. Because women are trying to be men and men are bowing down to that. Yeah. A lot of black men are bowing down to these types of this type of behavior. There is no, the leadership is, like, we believe that men in general are leaders. That's just how I feel. There's a lot of women who do not like saying that, or just don't like hearing that, or just downright don't believe that. But I feel that men, and since we're talking about black men are supposed to be leaders. Leaders don't follow ridiculousness. So whenever I see a black man, what's the word, give into a lot of this, the way this behavior that a lot of black women are doing, that Kara was just describing, I feel that that would be your fault too, because you're going with that narrative when you know that's a mess. So I just think that things can't be fixed until we understand our roles. You know what I mean? And it's just because we're in a position now where women are now like men, and men are now okay with that. It's a lot of our subscribers. We've had subscribers tell us before. Male subscribers say, the modern woman's the new way to go because they're all around. But on the other hand, a lot of them don't want that. But they're saying that I'm going to go ahead and go out with these women because that's what it is, So I just feel like if we would understand our roles and stick to that, not everybody has to be like a robot and be the exact same way. I'm just saying that just a natural sense of the term, understanding your role. I think that would fix I think that would fix a huge problem. Yeah. But it won't be. I don't think it's going to be fixed if we keep going the rate we're going, because it has progressed, right? Women are becoming more masculine. Men are becoming more feminine. Yeah. That's just the truth. So.
The reason why, people will say, why don't you like feminism? The reason why I don't like feminism is because I think it takes what's special away from women. Yeah. What we're biologically designed to be. I think it takes that uniqueness away from us, throws them in the toilet, and makes us become second-rate men. You know what I mean? Agreed. And then what it does to men is it flushes what specialness is out of them and makes them become, low rate like females. Yeah, right. Sort of whiny all the time, crying, playing victim. You know what I mean? And I think feminism did that. So when you do say things like, are women, and I know why men are putting it in our lap, is because feminism ruined a lot of things. It did. It ruined. I mean, we have a generation of men now that don't really have a lot of esteem. I mean, it's just not just women. There are men that are in power positions that are taking a knee to this. And what it's doing is it's making younger guys think that this is their place behind a woman. Right. It's collapsing. Do you understand? We're collapsing as a society. And if men are bowing down to this whole, feminist kind of way, or kind of going with it, there's a lot of black women they're just like, well, fix what? It's going to take leadership to fix the issue. And men are supposed to be leaders. It's supposed to be leaders. We are the helpmates to men. So when you allow us to go and topple you like that, and then you want black women to care about fixing something with somebody who doesn't even express leadership, I'm not sure why she would want to fix that if you're not willing to be a leader. You have to take responsibility for, like yourself. I don't blame men for things that have happened to me. I chose the men I dated. So, you know what I'm saying? Same as anybody, any man. When you choose a woman that let's be honest, most people know who they're dating. They just don't want to see the bad parts until it gets on their nerves. And then there's, they were like that from the beginning. You know what I mean? It's like you have to change the way you see women. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't change people. You can only change the way you choose people and the way you walk in life. I can't change any man. All I can do is change the men I choose. I can't fix men. I don't date fixer-uppers. Right. You know what I mean? If you're already a man when I meet you, then you're not ready for marriage. You're not ready for that. You know what I mean? The same thing. If you're meeting some girl that's acting like a little girl or acting like an idiot or a tramp, then you can't fix her. You have to meet a woman who is already a woman and ready for that. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of guys, again, I think that because there are so many girls who are just easy.
Yeah, doesn't require
You know what I mean?
much.
It doesn't require much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of guys are just getting maybe depressed of the pickings. Because even when they're good looking, they're kind of nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I think that you have to ask yourself, I mean, are you willing to walk away from losers? Loser women? Or is her big booty enough to make you just make a, you know what I mean? Is her sexual appetite sway you to just maybe not walk away? And I think a lot of guys, if you were honest about yourself, I think that you are more mad because you like those women in a way. There's a sexual attraction there that you can't stop, and you get mad at women because you can't stop because you can't deal with your appetite.
Yeah, like this question, I don't think it's being taken as seriously as it probably should, because a lot of people are being so silly now with their 50 million pictures they have of themselves, and wearing
I can't tell you the last time I took a photo.
I mean,
geez, when was the last time
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this would be the way people are now. Like, do you agree with this? Okay, the way that people are now, I don't know if we're going in the direction of trying to fix things or alter the way that we're doing things or trying something new. I think that a lot of people are progressing to something even worse. So when we talk about fixing a relationship between black men and black women, if you just look at the world, I'm not sure that we're going in the right direction to be able to even come to take this type of question really seriously.
There's a guy that I work with that every day that he comes to work, look, this guy's got like 7 children by more than one woman, and every day he comes to work, all he does is, my hand hurts, I'm tired, I have to do this, I have to do that. He asked me to do his taxes.
It's a grown man.
He asked me to do his taxes the other day. Can you do my tax, your sister? It's like this, and he's
grown man.
He's over 30.
Black man.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what's happening. You understand? And this is why I'm very choosy. I like my own company, so I'm not someone who's going to just settle for just anybody. You know what I mean? But again, when we're saying about people that I know, I don't think that they like their self. See, because you talk about relationship, like you're saying the question, I don't think a lot of people like themselves anymore. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about both men and women. I don't think that they really like what I'm observing on social media. People I know, not people that are on TikTok videos or people I know. I'm looking at them and I'm just thinking, you don't like yourself. See, feminism to me, when I look at it through, not when the 70s, where your boss was chasing you around the desk or you were just getting, it was just real sexual discrimination. Right. I'm talking about what it is today, where if a man just disagrees with you, he's a sexist. Yeah. You know what I mean? When I look at the women of today that are like all the women on The View, women that I know, they just look unhappy. And this is the reason why I don't like feminism, because I know that's what it is. We're not meant to do everything. You're not meant to have it all. You know what I mean? To me, there are some things you're not going to get, and there's some things you're going to get. But I do think that if you really know who you are and you're happy, the things that you don't get, you won't really think about it. You won't even care, because what you have means so much more. Yeah. So if you don't become a millionaire, that's fine. If you go home and you're in love with someone, and they love you, and it's till death do you part, and you guys have a family, you have a nice home. Yeah. And I'm not saying you have to have a mansion. I'm saying a nice home. You have a home where you're not sleeping outside. You're together. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at all the people I know, all have money. All of them. They're all wealthy, college-educated women. They don't look happy at all. They look really sad. They look sad. But they're all going on vacations and they're doing fun, like I'm saying, girls gone wild for women in their 40s. And they're all at clubs and they're all looking, it would appear, that they're having the time of their life. But they don't. They're lonely. You know why? Because I'm over 40. And I know when I look at women like that, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it look like you're having a good time, even though you're completely alone. So, Andre, if you just look at the broad scope of what's going on, do you really think these types of women, or even these types of men, are really wanting to have some deep philosophical question about fixing the very real, you are right, the very real problems that are going on between black men and black women? I don't think so. What I'm seeing, I don't see anybody wanting to have that
I don't say anybody, but I don't see a lot of people, black women or men, wanting to have some deep conversation about this. Andre, this is really, it's this, I want it to be fixed. Okay, there's my personal opinion. I would like for it to be fixed. And we do this show, and not just for this subject, but in large part, because we do. Black issues are there, you know what I mean? And we feel we want to bring them up in a real way, not just some, you know, politically correct way. We want to just talk about it in a real way. So it would be nice. But unfortunately, we are in a society now where people are not taking things seriously, especially things like this. So
the thing is, and also you have to understand the times that we live in. We are in the times of what we like to call the oppression Olympics. Yeah. It's where everyone tries to find where they're the most victimized, so they can be on the top of the food chain. Right. So if you're gay, black, a woman, a black man, then everybody wants to play victim, because victim is where it's at. Tina Knowles has a docuseries out right now called "It's All White." So it's going to be all about black people talking about how white people suck. You know what I mean? Well, all these rich black people who have all benefited, especially like the Super Bowl. All of those old rappers that are out there who oppressed women the entire time they were in their prime are now up there rapping, and we're supposed to like, no, you were part of the problem. Yeah. And yet no one cares. Everyone's going to watch that. So I say the same, do black men take it as much seriously? Are we supposed, how can you change if you're not going to, we all have to change. Yeah. But we're not, but you have to want that. And you know, I can't make black women change. I can only change as a black woman, and I have. But
there's black men also that have expressed that they're done with black women. They're done with they just don't feel black women are, you know, not the ones that are being mean necessarily. I'm talking about the ones who are more level-headed. Some of them are just make points. Yeah. I mean, it's not fun to hear all the time, but there are times where you hear a black man say, hey, you know, I do like black women, but unfortunately, what I'm seeing is a mess.
I mean, look, I love black men too, but if a white man comes in my life and treats me well,
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? Like, that's life. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that, you know, that
it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, and it also it goes both ways, and then it does take. I think society needs leadership in general. And we believe that men are leaders, and when I don't know, it's like you got to kind of put your foot down, but a lot of people don't. A lot of men don't. So
no,
you know.
And you know, again, I think that like someone was saying the other day that that the internet makes men weak. Because all they have to do is look at all these half-naked chicks and go on Pornhub
and talk about themselves,
and live themselves like it. Not in the days where men really had to be a man and go out and work hard at a job they may necessarily not liked at the beginning, and then had to, you know what I mean, things like that. I mean, it is sad. I want to change it, but I'm only one woman.
We're trying. We're doing what we can. We're making the conversation.
There are women who watch us and you know, like we have women that watch us and they say like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy that you guys are saying this." I feel like it's you know, I was like, yeah, you know, I think for black women it's more so than white women. I think black women we have literally drank the Kool-Aid, the feminist Kool-Aid. Like we're really in it. Yeah. We just are. We really.
And so when we're up here talking about no feminism, and we're talking about men being leaders and us, you know, being like the support, you know, that to a lot of women that's very alluring, but a lot of women don't want to say it.
They don't want to say right.
Black women. A lot of black women don't want to do that, say that. They don't want to admit that. We're just admitting it.
I'm saying it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
Right.
And I think that anytime something collapses, it's good. Yeah. So we're in a collapse. You know what I mean? Our world is in a collapse right now. Is. You're right. But that is, to me, God's way of, restoring.
Yes.
Let the wall fall so that it can be rebuilt the right way. Yeah. You know, we have free will. So unfortunately, people who have free will don't know what they're doing. They ruin the world in the process.
Shut up, kid. Andre, let us know what you think. Leave a comment below. Again, thank you for the email. We certainly appreciate it. This is going to be part 2 of this video, so we're going to do the next topic here in a second. Till then, everybody have a good day. See you later.